Coming back to space tech, this could have very well been a college project funded by grants and all. How did you find the business in it, and why did you build a business around it?
Ours is a very interesting story, I would say, and I'll take an analogy to explain it.
Sure.
You must be using a lot of apps on your phone.
Yep.
You must be using your phone today, day in, day out, to navigate yourself from one point to another.
Mhm.
Now, that phone is helping you navigate, and apps is helping you giving services through a technology called GPS.
Hmm.
Now, hypothetically, imagine GPS was dependent on clouds.
Oh, you're talking about the real clouds.
I'm talking about the real cloud. Sorry,
Okay,
my
huh.
bad.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So let's say, today the apps are working because there are no clouds.
Huh.
Tomorrow the apps will not work because there were,
Huh.
clouds.
Huh.
In this situation, doesn't it sound ridiculous to you? Like, one day it's working, tomorrow it's not working, and again third day is working. And
Yeah.
it's so unpredictable to say when I will be able to use Uber
Huh.
because clouds are unpredictable. Fortunately, that is not the case with GPS today, right? Rain or shine, you have GPS. Unfortunately, that is the case with satellite imagery, right? When you put a camera on a satellite bus and send it to space,
Clearly, because line of sight is impacted.
line of sight is impacted, and your imagery will have 30% cloud cover, 80% cloud cover, 100% cloud cover. This almost impossible for an IIT Madras graduate, let's say, to build an application for an agriculture customer or a utilities customer or an insurance customer on this unreliable input of imagery. Like Ubers would not have been built if GPS was so unreliable.
Correct.
Similarly, satellite imagery is so unreliable that people are not building SaaS applications at the end of it.
You're solving the infra?
So we are solving for the infra. We are saying that we'll bring you imagery, rain or shine, no matter what happens. And that we are able to do by merging a specific sensor stack called multispectral and SAR, which is multispectral imaging and then synthetic aperture radar, and putting a very interesting foundational layer of AI. So this is how I think we landed on the problem, saying, hey, there's no way to get satellite imagery on time when you want. It's not at all consistent.
The problem came first, or the obsession with building something for space tech came first?
Very good question. I would say the problem came first, and I'll tell you why. I used to work for a company earlier, and that's where in 2020, California had this very big forest fire situation, and I was asked to do a quantitative damage assessment of Californian forests because one of the companies who used to run transmission lines inside the forest has erupted that forest fire. So insurance companies were trying to ask them, they were putting a case against them to pay them the claims amount and whatnot. So we had to do the quantitative damage assessment in 2020 of California forest fire. I thought I will bring in satellite imagery and do a bunch of AI and do the quantitative damage assessment. The imagery was either cloudy or smoky. So it was almost impossible for me to do something about it. The second kind of imagery that I found was radars or synthetic aperture radar. It almost looked like an X-ray. So although I'm from IIT Madras, it took me a month to understand that imagery. So this problem caught me into thinking, why has satellite imagery world not gone so far? And probably this is the precise reason.